सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All the problems are in us. Outside, there are no problems. Like, where is the hunger? Is the hunger in the food? Is the hunger in a plate? Is the hunger to the trees? No. Hunger is in our stomach. And where is the food? Food is outside in a plate. By looking at the food or by chanting the menu on a regular basis, is it going to satiate our hunger? Of course, no. Exactly the same way. Knowledge is with the Guru, he is outside. Now that knowledge has to go inside us. See? Like the food has to go inside where the hunger is. When the food reaches there, then only hunger is satiated. Similarly, where are the problems? Problems are in the mind. And where is the knowledge? Knowledge is with the Guru, with the scriptures, with the Mahatmas. Now that knowledge which is with them, it is not going to help us unless that knowledge is brought in our own mind. In other words, nothing can be taught, we have to learn. First principle of spiritual life. Many times what happens? We keep on attending so many satsangas very sincerely, but there is no change in us because we don't want to change. See, friends, it is so important. Such people who are regularly going for satsanga, but their quality of life has not changed, they bring bad name to satsanga. Better don't go. But if we go to satsanga, it is our responsibility that we change. It is something like when we are driving the car. Now it is our responsibility that we drive the car properly. We have no control over the traffic. In the same manner, we have no control on the world. If we have to control, we have to control on our mind. Now the question comes, control over mind means what? Do pranayam, do japa, or do meditation. Is that control over mind? No. Control over mind is we must know the art of right thinking. Now, if we look within ourselves, neither our parents, nor our schools, nor our colleges ever taught us how to think. Because there are plenty thoughts in our mind, does it mean we are thinkers? Because there are trees, plants, does it mean it is a garden? Now, what is the difference between the garden and the tree and the forest? Both the places, there is vegetation. But when we go to the forest, we are afraid. What is the reason? The whole vegetation is wildly growing. There is no spacing between the trees. There is no culling of unwanted trees. There is no pruning. See? And there could be many wild animals, etc. So when we go to forest, we are afraid. And then we go to a garden. What is the garden? Same thing. Trees, plants. But what is the difference? In the garden, every plant, every tree is planted keeping in view the proper distance between the trees. So when we go to garden, we are so happy. But when we go to the forest, we are miserable. Exactly the same is situation. We are fed up of ourselves because our mind is a forest or a garden. Non-stop. There is a poultry farm shouting, "Caw, caw, 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 Are yaar, keep quiet now." We have never even thought about it. That we are 100% responsible for everything that happens in our life. Neither God is responsible, nor the society is responsible, nor our relations are responsible. We are responsible for everything. Friends. But then what happens? We have trained ourselves how to blame others for our failures. See? And if there is nobody to blame around, God is omnipresent. Oh God, why did you create such a terrible world? Now, what is terrible in God's creation? The 5 great elements. What is terrible in them? See, there is nothing terrible outside. The terrible monster is we. So we have to change. This is exactly the message of Bhagavad Gita. See, Arjun came on the battlefield for what he knew. He came for fighting a war. Now, he was not incompetent. Fighting war was his profession. He has fought so many wars, but in none of the war he was ever defeated. Therefore, one of the name of Arjuna is Vijay, ever victorious. But when he came on the battlefield, 2 negative things he carried with him. This is what is your and my story. 2 negative things. One is the burden of perpetual success. Friends, we may be able to digest failure sometime in our life. But if there is a perpetual success, it's very difficult to digest. Arjuna was always successful in his life. And therefore, the arrogance that comes out of him in terms of his statement. He tells Bhagavan Krishna, Kairmaya saha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. Let me see, take my chariot between the 2 armies and let me see who dares fight with me. See the arrogance. He knew who is in the opposite rank. See, it was not an unknown enemy because they belong to the same family. Pandavas, technically speaking, were also Kauravas. They all belong to the Kuru Vamsha. See? And yet Arjuna asked this question. Let me see with whom I have to fight. And further he says, Na etad vidbak kataranno gariyo yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu. I don't understand whether I should win over them or they should win over me. As if they are standing there for your invitation. See, friends, each and every word of Arjuna tells the arrogance that he had about his abilities. And the second negative thing which we should never have, and that negative thing is bitterness against anybody in this world. Even with the enemies. With the enemies, kill them. But don't be bitter. Bitterness destroys our inner poise. When you kill an enemy, you have done your job. But adding bitterness is we are killing ourselves. See, in Ramayana, this thought comes. When Ravana was killed, Bhagwan Ram tells Vibhishana and Lakshmana, now the enmity is over after death. Don't have bitterness towards him. As much he is your brother, that much he is our brother. And therefore, go and conduct all the rites which are due to be done. See, friends, what is the sum total of all the thought function in this world in such a manner that let our mind be not contaminated. Mind should remain clean like a mirror. It is for this purpose Bhagavad Gita we have to study. Then, to get out of this situation, now see here the trick. There was a choice and option with Bhagwan Sri Krishna to take the chariot and place anywhere between the two armies. Just imagine for the sake of imagination. If Bhagwan Krishna has taken Arjuna's chariot in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, will Arjuna ask any question? But he didn't do that. He played a trick. Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashayitam Samavetan Kuruniti. Of all the warriors on the battlefield, leaving them aside, Bhagwan Krishna took the chariot and placed in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya. And he didn't keep quiet. If he keeps quiet, he is not Krishna. Then he gave a chabi. And he said, Pashayetan Kurun Partha. Hey Partha, hey Arjun, you don't have to fight with the enemies. You have to fight with your nears and dears. This is the first message of Bhagavad Gita. See, do we suffer because of somebody's child going the wrong way? Or we suffer if our child goes the wrong way? All the problems are not from the enemies. All the problems are because of our so-called nears and dears. See, friends, and what is near and dear to us? Our own mind. See? And such a person, he who doesn't recognize this, he becomes argumentative. And the result is, when he was told, Pashayetan Kurun Partha Samavetaniti, all these enemies are none other than your own nears and dears. When this was told, immediately Arjuna's valor, strength, and the ability to fight the war immediately as if leaked away. And he starts crying. Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishishyati. Brahmati vacha me manaha. My mind is going in circles, in rounds, and I can't think properly. See, friends, if you can't think properly, don't take decisions, don't make decisions. How simple it is? But this is exactly Bhagavad Gita tells us. These are the three conditions which are repeated in many of my talks. When you are extremely happy, never promise anything to anybody. Your children, sweet 16, thereafter bitter 17. See? And then we become so happy. Now my son, my daughter is 16. As if in the whole universe, only in America children become 16 years. Nowhere they become 16 years. And then so much celebration, ha ha hoo. And in that over enthusiasm and happiness, we give some promise, and it is here we fail. Whenever you are extremely happy, you lose balance. See? You know the story of Ramayana? Dasharatha was held by Kaikeyi during his war, and therefore he could win the war, and therefore he was so happy. My dear, because of you I could win the war. I'm so happy. Ask anything that you want. Give promise. And whole Ramayana is because of that. Keep your control. Don't get excited. See? The second thing is, when you are angry, never discuss anything with anybody. If we are angry, we lose balance. We can't think properly. We think in a negative manner. We become destructive in our approach. And the third thing, when you are confused, don't take any decisions. What Arjuna did was he confessed, I am confused. Then don't take any decisions. But then he takes a decision. Etan hantumichami gnatopi madhusudana api trailokya rajyasya hetu kimnu mahi krite. I have decided not to fight the war. Even if they come and kill me, I will not kill them. See? This is our story in life. Because we have never been taught, nor we have ever learned how to think. The day we learn this art, how to think, you will see problems can never be solved. Problems have to be dissolved. In the relative world, there is not a single problem which can have an absolute solution. And in the absolute, there is not a single problem which requires any solution. Therefore, when we are interacting in our day-to-day life, we have to learn this part from Bhagavad Gita. And then the whole Bhagavad Gita, when it was told, now here also basic things we have to know. How to think, I am talking on that topic. Thinking is thought process. Worrying is also thought process. Now what is the difference between thinking and worrying? Worrying is a thought process by which we get entangled in our own thinking process and we cannot come out of it. And contemplation or inquiry or thinking is a process by which we come out of the chaos that we have created because of wrong thinking. See? Now for this, we have to look at the life from a different perspective. is so important, my friends. Nobody can help us in this. We have to change ourselves. Now, one example I'll tell you. The fights are between husband and wife. The fights are not between man and woman. And they fight and they come to us. And in one place they ask, Swamiji, please help us. We fight so much with each other. I say, look here, I can give you 2 sticks and I'll take a video, upload. Now you fight, what help you want from me? No, not that way. We are unable to stop fighting. I said, remember, there is only one solution I can tell for all the problems of our life. One solution is think properly. Now, what is there to think properly? Now, who is troubling you? Husband. Okay. Now, Mr. Husband, who is troubling you? Wife. Very good. Now, kindly separate the man from the husband and the woman from the wife. Separate them and show that wife who is fighting with the husband, where are they? Can they exist independent of man and woman? Where are they? Many years before, when I was in New York, one local American, he used to come for my talks. He asked this question, Mr. Swami, I have seen you Hindu ladies, they put .com on their forehead. What is the meaning of that .com? I said, the meaning is, they are now married, your chance has gone. So don't run after them. Oh, that is the meaning. Yes. But then gents don't have anything on their forehead. There is no need. From their face you can know he is married. So the husband and the wife who fight, where are they? Friends, are you 24/7 husband or wife? No. When you are in front of your father, you are a son. When you are in front of your wife, you are a husband. When you are in front of your son, you are a father. Then our Maha Mantra that I played in the beginning, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. When you are in front of your father, don't forget you are a son. And the father is old. Oldies cannot be changed. Oldies cannot understand. Then what is to be done? Whatever they say yes, yes, okay, we'll do that. And do exactly whatever you have to do. Don't try to teach them, suggest them, no, Papa, this is, no, no, they cannot understand. They are outdated in their thinking. You may feel very blunt, but this is the truth. See, the thinking process of the next generation is totally different from the present generation. So what can be done? You cannot change old people. So simple. Then what is to be done? Whatever they say, keep on saying yes, 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 and don't create any heat. Keep cool. Okay, thank you, Papa, and do whatever you have to do. They will forget about what you have said yes, because they can forget easily. Then you have played your role 100%. But don't carry the burden of that being a son throughout our life. Then you are in front of your son. No, therefore you are now a father, so play the role of a father. Whatever he tells, pretend you are listening, but don't do anything what he says. They have got only one thing, ask money, 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 nothing else. Thus, play your role. How? Karnataka. Friends. But the basic you are not telling. Husband and wife. This is the highest Mahamantra I am giving you. When she is talking, husband should keep quiet. When she is quiet, husband should not talk. Peace will prevail. This is Bhagavad Gita. Friends, we have to change our attitude towards life. And what happens? We are all obsessed with something or the other. We are not going to struggle to see God. Let Him express through us. This is one most important principle. Don't struggle for vision of God. See? दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मोरी अखियों में कैटरेक्ट हो गया है. No. Then let Him seek us. See, friends, I have come to your Houston. I don't know what place this is. I am coming here for last 15 years or so only because of this boy, Ravi Patel. How important it is for me that when I have to come here, I will be searching for a right person, a capable person, an available person, a willing person, because I want to come. He has not asked me. Exactly the same way, the Lord is searching. He wants to express in this world. So he is searching somebody who is available, who is willing, who is empty. Therefore, what is necessary is, the real spiritual practice is, we have to empty ourselves. When we empty ourselves, He takes possession. See? Imagine a pot sealed, and that sealed pot, you try to press it inside the water. It will come out. But if that pot has a hole, then when you press it, slowly the water will seep in. And then the water will be both inside, outside. And as a result, that pot will sink. Exactly the same way. What is happening presently? That we are so filled, we have no emptiness inside. How can He express? He doesn't have to come from anywhere. See? The whole problem of our life is the illusion of inside outside. Now I am taking you to the next step. Catch this point. Space is outside, space is inside. This inside outside is based on walls. Therefore, what is the right understanding? The space is inside the hall, or the hall is inside the space? Think. When these walls are pulled away, will the space go out? And where it will go? So, the space, he has no issue of inside outside. It is the all which has got the issue of inside outside. Okay? Now apply the same principle to yourself. External air, internal air. If the connection between these two airs is cut by practicing kumbhak, they ask us, Swamiji, how long should we do kumbhak? Do it for half an hour. Then what will happen? Second question will not go. So, when the external and internal air connection is cut, life is not possible. What is our understanding? Air is inside and atmosphere is outside. No. Our body is in the air. Now, next step. This phone is outside. Now, this phone doesn't know this is called as phone. It is inert object. I know this is called as phone. Be attentive. That object which is included in our mind, that only exists for us. That object which is not included in our mind doesn't exist for us. And where the knowledge of that object happens, where the object is, there the knowledge happens, or the knowledge happens inside me. Like, I am seeing you. Now, whether the knowledge is happening to me that you are outside and I am someone other. No, the knowledge is happening inside me. See? Similarly, you get the knowledge that I am sitting here inside you. If you close your eyes, no knowledge will happen to you about the forms or colors. In short, the same mind which includes the object of knowledge and the knowledge of the object is one and the same. And therefore, the body is in the mind. Be attentive. When I hold this object, there will be influence of this hold on my hand. And without giving it up, lest I may forget somewhere. So on airport we do. So if you have to write something, we hold the phone also and keep the pen and then start writing something. Our original handwriting will not come because it is influenced by the hold on this thing. And this is clear. We hold on to our body as son, husband, father, mother, sister, wife, in-law, outlaw. I am holding on to that. And then I start thinking. So, this hold on a relationship will contaminate and change our thinking process. Therefore, this was Arjuna's problem. He was not seeing the army or the enemies as enemy, but he has seen his grandfather, his guru, his brothers, and therefore the problem came. And after having told so many things in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna did not ask Arjun, Arjun, did you get the knowledge? He didn't ask this question. And Bhagavan also didn't tell him that you got the knowledge or not. No. Arjuna also says, Nashto moha smritir labda. My delusion gone. This is the basis of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna confessed it in the second chapter. Karpanya dosho vahatasvabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammuda cheta yasreyasyat nishchitam bruhitanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Karpanya dosha. This is one of the most dangerous things we should never have in our life. Karpanya dosha means self-pity. Never have that self-pity. I am so unfortunate. I am so unlucky. See, other people have got 3, 4 times marriages. I am not getting married even once. Never have self-pity. As much we should not have pity on others. If you want, you help, but not pity. And the help should be in the form of seva. We do matru seva, pitru seva, desha bhakti, matru bhakti, pitru bhakti, desha bhakti. Do we do dog bhakti? Love is different. Devotion is different. Service is different. We serve our parents. We don't serve our dogs. Swamiji, you don't know. Okay, I agree. See, friends. Therefore, this karpanya dosha, krupanata, having a very low feeling about oneself. I am very unfortunate. See, other people get, I don't get this. Never have that self-pity in life. Arjuna had that. How can I kill my guru? How can I kill my grandfather? Oh God, I am going to commit so terrible sin. Oh God, I should not do it. Self-pity. Second thing, he says, dharma sammuda cheta. I am confused about my dharma. When I was coming, it was written there in English. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If we fulfill our duties, whatever we are supposed to do, how we are protected, we will not fall in self-respect. There will not be regrets in life. Friends, in the old age, 2 things torture a person. One is the things what should not have been done that we have done when we were young. The things what we should have done that we have not done when we were young. So, the guilt of commission wrong and a guilt of omission right. These 2 guilts, they destroy a person in the old age. And therefore, Arjuna had this position. He said, Dharma sammuda cheta. I am so confused whether I should kill them or not kill them. As if they were waiting for him. Arjuna, okay, we are ready, shoot. How can you say that whether I should kill them or they should kill me? Are they giving you option or what? They will kill you. So, Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, nobody had any doubt or issue about the war. But Arjuna started becoming smart. You know why this thing happens? Be attentive. If you take Bhagavad Gita's location in Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita that we have heard is what Sanjay heard from Bhagwan Krishna by the grace of Vedavyasa. See? Bhagwan Vedavyasa blessed Sanjaya to listen to the whole issue and he narrated it to Dhritarashtra. So we have not heard Bhagavad Gita directly from the mouth of Bhagwan Krishna, number 1. Number 2, this Bhagavad Gita, which was heard by Sanjay, Vyasa Prasada Shrutavat Etat Gujyam Aham Param. By the grace of Bhagwan Vedavyasa, I heard it. And the third one, that heard Bhagavad Gita was told by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. See how many steps? And the fourth one, that Bhagavad Gita which was told by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra, that Bhagavad Gita I am telling you. See? We should be clear about it. Now, this Bhagavad Gita was told on the 10th day. that came to us. But original Bhagavad Gita was told to Arjun by Bhagwan Krishna before the war began. So 10 days have passed. See? And in 10 days, so many people were killed, and every day the report was given to the king Dhritarashtra. So many soldiers were killed, so many horses were killed, so many elephants were killed, so many chariots were broken. Every detailed information was given to Dhritarashtra every day. Then why he asked this question? The first verse of Bhagavad Gita, nobody comments on that. Bhagavad Gita begins with Dhritarashtra Vacha. And Dhritarashtra, what he says? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya. Hey Sanjay, my children and Pandu's children, having come on the battlefield with a view to fight the war, what happened? What they did do? Can this question be valid? He was getting every day the report. Why should he ask this question? It is here we get a message of Bhagavad Gita. See? So if you go back before the war began, tomorrow the war has to begin. Earlier evening, Sanjay comes to the tents of Pandavas. They were sitting there together, 5 of them, along with Bhagwan Krishna, because Bhagwan Krishna was from Pandava's side. And when Sanjay comes, he is received with all respect and reverence because he was a great Mahatma. After he was received, he was given a proper seat and all that, and he said, yes, what can we do for you? He says, I have come as a messenger of my king, Dhritarashtra, and he says, my children are gone. They don't listen to anything. They are atatayi. They are very bad. I know, but I am helpless. They don't listen to me. But hey, Pandavas, you are good. You follow the path of dharma. You have got abilities. Why do you fight this war? Go away and make another kingdom. You can make it. For this small little thing, why are you fighting? Don't fight. You are good. And when this kind of poisoning was given by Sanjay, that time Bhagwan Krishna says to Pandavas, on behalf of you, may I speak something? How can they say no? This is the trick of Bhagwan Krishna. Suppose I ask you a question. Do you all love me? Will you say no? Out of formality, yes, yes, yes. Exactly the same way. Bhagwan Krishna asked to Pandavas, if I reply on your behalf, is it okay? Of course, sir, it is okay. And Bhagwan Krishna says, go and tell your king, this war will happen. No going back. And Sanjay goes away, and there Bhagwan Krishna plays a trick, and he tells, now all Pandavas, 5 of you, disperse, go back to your tents, get ready tomorrow to fight the war. Now out of the 5, Dhritarashtra was very clear. His principle was, plan the work and work the plan. Don't keep only planning and doing nothing. That was Dhritarashtra. That was Yudhishthir, not Dhritarashtra. Yudhishthir. Then second was Bhima. Bhima was very clear. This is clearly indicated in Mahabharata. He had taken a vow, I will open the chest of Dushasan like a fridge, take out the heart like a Coke bottle and drink, and he does it on the battlefield. So Bhim has no problem. Yudhishthir has no problem. The two, Nakul Sahadev, the twins, they are the most intelligent. They are my ideal in life. What was great in them? They were very clear. We are following our eldest brother. He is wise. So follow the wise. Why think unnecessarily? This principle I follow in my life. Where I had to go, where I had to take food, what to do about my washing clothes. I don't think Ravi is there. Why should I? So I relax. Swamiji, let's go. I get up, go. I don't even ask him where I have to go. What a beautiful life it is. Stop thinking and just be a follower. Nakula Sahadeva, they were like that. So they decided, no, we'll follow our eldest brother. We are following him. Forget about it. We'll have a war tomorrow. Okay. All of them this way. But Arjun Singh, he was having a problem. He started thinking unnecessarily. Friends, unwanted thinking is called as worrying. Worrying is a process by which we try to solve the non-existing problems. How can you solve a non-existing problem? I'll tell you how, one example. Once I was going through immigration with my friend in some country. He is a citizen of that country. I was a visitor. So we are going together. And that time it so happened, there was one of the person going through the immigration. He had a very hot argument with the immigration officer. And there was a lot of chaos in that big hall. And then the police came and bundled him and took him away. The whole atmosphere was tense. My friend was holding my hand so hard. I said, hey, my blood circulation has stopped. Lose your, relax. Swamiji, do you have a return ticket? Your passport is okay? It's not damaged anything? No? I said, why are you worried? No. If something happens like that, and let us pray to the Lord. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. We should not go to the same immigration officer. He was so tense, and I was enjoying his tensions. And the best part, we were directed to the same immigration officer. And he was so frustrated. Swamiji, I said, will you please keep quiet? I gave my passport. He did not ask a single question. He just put the stamp. Swamiji, thank God. Thank God for what? This becomes our second nature. Constantly worrying. Friends, we create the problem. If we say like that, we should say like that. If we say like that, then I will tell him like that. If we say that, no, I got visa. If you know, nobody asks you anything. You keep on talking to yourself like mad. Such people, they think they are sentimental, but actually they are ready to become mental. Who is a sentimental person? He who talks to himself, but others don't hear. Sentimental. And who is a mental? He also talks to himself, but others also listen. So sentimental is the precondition to become ultimately mental. See, friends, this is the story of Arjun. He started imagining. If you study the first chapter of Gita, all that was told by Sanjay to Pandavas, those verses are bodily lifted by Arjuna and taught Dharma Shastra to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. What Bhagavan Krishna knows? He taught the whole Dharma Shastra to Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the first chapter. Aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam. See what a terrible sins we were going to do. Thank God I realized this thing, it is wrong thing, and therefore we should not do this thing. Because you know what happens if the war happens, all the gents will be killed, only ladies will be left. Then there will be attack of the foreigners, and there will be crossbreeding. A crossbred generation will be born, and there will be no pindadhanam, and our dharma will be destroyed. Oh, but mahat papam, what a terrible sin I was going to do. Nothing has happened. And as a result, ultimately, etan hantumichami iti uktva tushnim babuvaha. I am not going to kill them. And thus, Visrujya Sasaram Chapam, giving up the bow and arrow, got down of the chariot and sat there frustrated. Now, to that frustrated Arjun, can you talk a language of wisdom? As is the disease, so is the medicine. Imagine, for the sake of understanding, you are coming from somewhere and you see your good friend with a necktie and all that, drunk and lying on the roadside, half in the gutter, half on the road, and he is not even aware of that. So, you being a good friend, what will you do? You lift him by his necktie. That is the only purpose of necktie. That is the fishing thread. Because by the necktie you can't clean your nose, you can't wipe your face, you can't cover your head. Then why necktie? Only to fish them out from the gutter. So you take him, pull him out, and then will you talk to him? My dear friend, you belong to such a great culture. Your parents are so wise and so much. You belong to India. Do you think he will understand anything? Then, khagahi jane khagaki bhasha. We must talk the language what a person can hear. What we will do? Give him one hard. So, what happened? No, nothing. Put him, bundle him in a taxi and send home. Exactly this is what Bhagwan Sri Krishna did to Arjun. See, friends, every time goody doesn't help. We require some time, blows on our head. And therefore, when Arjun was thus crying to that frustrated Arjun, Bhagwan Krishna did not join as a Jugalbandi. Ah, beta, this is very bad going to happen. Okay, let us go to Rishikesh and start a ashram there. No, Bhagwan gave him left and right. Imagine in Bhagavad Gita, a scripture, Bhagwan addresses Arjuna, Klaibyammasvagama partha. Klibata means impotency. Imagine a warrior on the battlefield, he is addressed, you are impotent. How insulting it will be. And the secret behind it, in the last 1 year of incognito living, Arjuna was living as Brahannala. He has taken the form of a woman so that he should not be recognized by anybody. That was the treat. And therefore, he was teaching music and dance to Uttara. Nobody knew it except Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun. So, the last day, that time was over. Next day, he came on the battlefield. And that time, Bhagwan reminds him, last 1 year, you were an impotent. Are you continuing or what? Come on, come out of it. Immediately, he got totally shaken. Na etatvai upapadyate kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. The second part is, if you begin your day in an inspired mode, you have won the battle of life. We begin our day, फिर उठा पड़ेगा, अब क्या करे? There is nothing to look forward to in life. Never retire in life. We must have something to look forward in life. Like many people tell us, Swamiji, you are constantly running around the world. Why don't you stay in one place and take rest, See, so many Mahatmas, they are having their ashram and all that. Stay in one place. Why run round the year? I said, okay, from now onwards, I stay with you for my whole life. No, I don't mean that. See, friends, therefore, we have to clearly understand. We all have to play our roles in life. If you are on the battlefield, we should not go there. Ahimsa paramo dharma. See? Enemies must be dealt with only by killing them. Don't have the wrong notion. Ahimsa, ahimsa, ahimsa. See? Somebody has wrongly put it in the mouth of Mahatma Gandhi. When I was in South Africa, the same place where Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train, that Merit Petersburg. So they asked me, one of our local people, Gujaratis, Swamiji, Mahatma Gandhi said, if somebody gives one on your face, show him the other face. What is the meaning? I said, the meaning is, if somebody gives you on your face, then show him other. Now you beat him, not me. Don't show your own face. Words are the same, but what you have understood, that is important. In the same manner, don't lead a life of indolence, laziness. We should be so occupied, busy. Then you will see life is beautiful. Then we are not a burden on anybody. And then slowly, you will start withdrawing from the world, although dynamically active in the world. Don't have to go anywhere. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. This point I have been telling again and again. You are here in USA. Live here 100%. Cheerfully, happily. All the time. Back home in India. And go back there. But when you go there, then you think about America. So you are tortured in two places. Neither you are here, na ghar ka, na ghat ka. You know the meaning? Dhobi ka. Remain where you are, cheerfully and happily. That is all. And therefore, all the problems are of a wrong thinking. And therefore, when Bhagwan told everything to Arjun, afterwards Bhagwan said, Vimrsha etat asheshena. Now, whatever I told you, reflect over it. And most important thing, yatechasi tatha kuru. Decision will be yours, not mine. This is the biggest message from Bhagavad Gita. We parents make decisions for everybody. I see our son is not listening. ऐसा करो, उसकी शादी करा दो. अरे, let him suffer. Why are you helping in suffering? Have you become happy after marriage? No. Then we want to take revenge. See, my friends, yatechasi tatha kuru, don't get involved in anybody's life uncalled for. Why this happens? Because we are not preoccupied. One example I'll tell you about this, then I close. There is a friend of mine, he must be now around 85 or so. He is from Bangalore, probably a Tamilian or a Kannadiga, I don't know what it is. So he retired from his job. He was a civil engineer. With a very big company, he retired. So on the retirement function, I was also invited. So he was asked to speak something, and he said, "Now I am retired, now I have decided. Hereafter, I will stay with Swamiji. I will take care of Swamiji, his clothes, his food, his books, his writing, everything I will help him and spend my whole life hereafter in service of Swamiji." I said, "Stop. To protect myself from people like you, I have no ashram. You want me to build the ashram? You go to the toilet. From there, Swamiji, पानी नहीं है, लेके आना लोटा." Then what should I do? I said, "That I can tell you." Then I told, whatever is your expertise, utilize that. Then I said, apply for a job, you will get it. But Swamiji, I said, don't interrupt, listen fully. Apply for a job, you will get it. And after you get the job, 50% I sanction you for your maintenance. 50% you are working for me. And then that 50% what you are to give me, give it to those students who are neither very intelligent to get the scholarship, nor belong to any category to get the free ship from the government. Those who are average students, they suffer the most in life. Such students, give them money and let them study and make their life. Do it. And he did it for 3 years. The net result is, earlier he was working for himself. Now he continued to work, but not for me, but for the world. As a result, as if he expanded his horizon, and a total different personality was born out of him in that old age. He translated all the 4 Vedas in Tamil. One of my book, which is in English, he translated in Tamil, The Fundamentals of Life. He's so busy. He has no time for anything. Cheerful and happy. What is the secret? He has crossed the barrier of me, break it, expand and merge. Therefore, don't retire in life. Find out something, somewhere. Keep yourself occupied. Otherwise, those houses where old gents are sitting whole day, the ladies suffer the most. Morning, बेटा ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए क्या है? मेरा सर खा. After the breakfast being eaten, again, lunch में क्या बनाएंगे? Whole day goes only eating, 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 nothing else. Keep occupied. See? You take the lives of any great masters, they were never retired in life. In today's world, if we want to have some ideal, take our Prime Minister. If we have some higher ideal in life, we will never be bored in life. Those who get bored in life is only because they are frustrated of their own existence. This is what Bhagavad Gita tells. He says, all thereafter, yatechasi tatha kuru. Now you decide what you have to do or what you have to undo. Let us give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.